Welcome back, my loyal subjects, to more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we got bonding points and we can hang out on our stopover day, rather. Before we do that, we're gonna have to recruit some, Imperial Chronicles. Okay, we've already got this. But we're gonna have to recruit some people. We should have Rosine and Becky here. One of them lived here. Yeah. This should be Becky. I think Rosine was the Adios lover. Yeah. Yep. Perfect timing, Reen. Hey there, Becky. You're looking much better than the last time we saw you. You've got yourself to thank for that. You lot went absolutely mental over at the Twin Dragon's Bridge, didn't you? Can I believe you didn't tell me that you'd be doing that beforehand? Sorry about that, but yesterday was the first chance we've had to come to Celdic in a long time. What? Does this mean you're up for coming with us? With no BS attached? Damn right! Alright, no BS attached! I've gathered a bunch of stuff for the lads over the Grand Market, so I'm ready to go. I'm willing to take no for an answer, too. I didn't think you would. More than glad to have you aboard. We landed the Courageous not far from here, so I can introduce you to everyone late. No need for that. I'm heading in now. Time to brush up on my merchant skills while I've got the chance. That wee daft Hugo will never know what hit him. Alright. Oh. Okay. Well, hey. Nice to have her back in high spirits. If only they all had that much gung-ho to join us. I'll give her the rundown of everything on the ship later. Becky was welcomed aboard the Courageous. Yes! Alright. I think that's how you say that anyways. That was one of the more memorable parts of the Danganronpa anime. But, I wonder if... Was that V3? Or was that the... No, I think that was the newest one. Am I going the right way? Yeah. The chapel. All the... Oh. Okay. Because there's... Rosine should definitely be in here, but she's probably gonna either send us on a wild goose chase... Oh, Milliam. Is this her? Yeah. How nice to see that you've been in good health since we last met. I was admittedly a little worried. After our last parting, I hadn't heard so much as a whisper on your whereabouts. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to worry you. And coming off of that might not be the best bargaining tactic, but could we tempt you to join us on the Courageous? We're trying to build a crew of as many Thor students as possible right now. Me? Yeah, you, what do you mean? I'm afraid not. While I'd like to, I feel as though I'm making significant progress as a medicine maker here. Okay. So she's turning us down, but it's for a good cause, because right now, I've got no idea what Rosine could actually contribute, but if she can start making healing items, that'd be godlike. I'm not saying I won't ever be able to join you, I'm just afraid I must ask you to wait a while. Is that alright? That's fine with us. We'll come back and catch up again later. Still, let me give you something to help you in my absence. I hope they'll prove useful. Receive Tira Bond ×3. Alright, cool. Thanks, I'm sure they will. I would join you, but between the progress I'm making in my studies and the good they seem to be doing, I just can't. As soon as I reach a point where I can put them on hold, I'll be sure to join you and help in whatever way I can. But in the meantime, please do take care of yourselves. So she's probably gonna run a shop? I mean, that seems to be the most likely thing with her skill set developing. But unless I'm forgetting anybody, that should be both of them. So let's save. And I guess no reason not to start with Milliam. Apparently they're gonna hold a Sunday school class right here really soon. Is it Sunday? I guess. Well, I know Sunday school is a real thing in real life. I think I've been to one or two Sunday schools in my entire life, and obviously for the life of me I can't remember which days they fell on, but oh well. They did those in the chapel in Trista too, right? Oh man, this is so cool! What are they like anyway? Yep, every Wait, you've never been to Sunday school? No siree, Don't feel like I missed out on anything either. You really didn't, Milliam. Trust me. Even if hearing about kids getting educated does make me think about the academy all over again. She said she doesn't feel like she missed out by not going to Sunday school, but she sounds kind of interested to me. Yeah. If you're curious about Sunday school, why don't we watch one of their lessons together so you can see what it's like? Are we really allowed to do that? The church is meant to be a place for everyone. I can't see them kicking us out. Assuming you can stay quiet and not cause trouble for anyone, that is. No problem! I'm the queen of quiet! Okay, if you say so, Milliam. But an actual Sunday school lesson, aside from... Not long afterwards, the children of Celdic began pouring in. Aside from those snapshots towards the end of Trails in the Sky, we haven't actually seen a real Sunday school lesson ourselves. Oh, Reen also gave a Sunday school lesson back in Nord, so I guess that's not completely true. It wasn't a long wait before class was in session. Oh yeah. I recognize most of these kids. They're the three jokers who are always playing out in front of the chapel, and the kid who hit us up for money on Machias's orders. The girl, I'm not super certain about. Hooray! Here we go! They all look even younger than you, Milliam. Well, I'm a grown-up after all. That's one massive stretch of the definition of grown-up you've got there. And now, for some irrational reason, I'm worried that Milliam is actually going to turn out to be like 1,000 years old or something. But let's hope they don't go there. In fact, you'd probably be in the classes for early teens if you went to Sunday school. Hmm? Does anyone know the answer? What's up, Susie? You stuck on such an easy question? If you're so smart, why don't you tell us the answer? Well, I could, but I don't want to make you look bad. You tell her, Tran. I can't account mirror that well. Do you know the answer, Lulu? All right, settle down. Perhaps that was a bit too difficult. I know! Come on, Milliam, it's not for you. I once helped my little cousin out with her homework when she was back in like kindergarten, but I ended up just doing it for her, and her teacher sent it back and was like, "Hey, don't do their homework for them. That defeats the purpose." Yeah, I don't know. Okay, all I know is that I'm kind of like Milliam right now. The answer is 273 reg. That's correct, but who might you be? She looks older than us. Milliam, what'd I tell you? Hey, what's the problem? I'd normally be going to Sunday school at my age anyway, right? Listen up, kids. I'm actually a student from none other than the amazing Thor's Military Academy. How about I take this chance to teach you all as your substitute teacher? Excuse me? She can't just hijack the Sunday school lesson, can she? Now that sounds fun. Let's study together. Okay, well, as long as the kids are up to it, I guess. She's as wild as ever. But I guess she's sort of helping out? With the sister usurped, Milliam took up the role of teacher for the day. Reen was worried at first, but surprisingly, she ended up doing a stellar job of helping Sister Olive out. Well, except for the part where she almost gave Reen a stroke when she tried to introduce Eric Getlum. All in all, the kids had such a fun time with their lesson that Sister Oliver even thanked them afterwards. Wasn't she Sister Olive? Who knows? But, yeah. That was so much fun! Sunday school doesn't seem so bad. Can we go again? Can we? I'm glad you enjoyed it that much. You weren't half bad as a teacher, too. You did almost ruin it by bringing Eric Getlum out at the end, though. I probably did so well because of all the time I spent at Thor's. Everything you guys taught me ended up coming in handy. I kinda miss our classes there. So let's do what we can to end this war and get back to school. Yeah, we will. I mean, if you think about it, setting Celdic free was the first step towards that. So let's keep it up, Milliam. Roger! Alright. Substitute teacher Milliam is, well, she's done for now, but hey. She was going for a bit. Your bond with Milliam strengthened. Who knows? Depending on how the other ones go, I may end up keeping Milliam's canon. I don't know. We'd have to have some real stinkers after this, though, in order for that to... Not to say that was bad, but just for me to pick Milliam's over somebody else's. Gotta admit that Susie's getting good these days. Those soldiers scared her real good, though, so she's still got a long way to go before she can avoid being pranked. You should have seen her face when she noticed. I guess they're not reacting to the lesson. That's fine, though. Gaius should be hanging out over... Nope, that's Alisa. Oh, well. Hard not to get a little nostalgic being back here, isn't it? Oh, yeah. She, Elliot, and Laura were here with us on our very first field study, so yeah. I'm thinking back on all those requests we did and the whole mess with the Grand Market last time we were here. I bet none of us ever thought things would get this crazy back then. Oh well, no sense taking a stroll down memory lane when I could actually walk around and look at things here. Should I ask if she wants some company? Yeah, why not? Mind if I looked around with you? Go right ahead. Where should we start? Well, it was more like Reen and Laura having some sort of ideological battle, so... And Alisa was sort of just there, but... Reen and Alisa decided that they'd go back to see the parts of town that had the biggest impact on them. Yep, and this is where we had that pseudo... Like, none of Laura's interpersonal conflicts with her classmates made any sense to me back in the game. Like, her thing with Reen and her thing with V, I bring it up a couple of times, and yeah, I mean, that's just me, maybe. Well, that's definitely just me, because everybody else seems to have gotten it pretty quickly. It's kind of surreal thinking about how this is where it all started. Getting dragged out here and handed a bunch of requests from the townsfolk sure was something. It certainly was an interesting experience. We also met, Captain Claire here. Especially with Instructor Sara's refusal to help us at all. Oh yeah, she was out here drinking, wasn't she? And then I think she ditched us to go see what Group B was doing. Or we were Group B, I think. So she ditched us to see what the other group was doing, but she was back in time for when we were gonna leave. Though it all makes sense now that we know she's a former bracer. And thanks to all those field studies, we learned how to think and operate independently. Yeah, normal students wouldn't have gotten the same opportunity to learn things that way. The fact that we've overcome so much since then just goes to show what an effective method it was, right? Effective is right. And we can keep applying what she taught us even now. And then, this is where those provincial army jokers they tried us, and it didn't really work out for them. Celdic's Grand Market sure brings back memories, too. This is where things really kicked off for us. Definitely. First, there was the dispute between those merchants, and then we got caught up in that case with those bandits. Weren't the two guys arguing? Didn't they end up going into business together? If I'm remembering my NPCs correctly. I don't think I've ever questioned so many people in my life. It was tough, but our teamwork helped us pull through in the end. If we had been short by even one person, I doubt things would have gone as well as they did. That battle against Grenoja would have been more frickin' obnoxious, that's for sure. Especially if you hadn't been there. You played a huge part in the whole thing. Way to inflate a guy's ego. All that's left now is the highway. Granted, we can't really go too far out. How about we take a ride on your bike? I want to see what's going on over near Trista, too. Might as well. I'll head back to the Courageous then. Oh, but wait. We don't have a sidecar, do we? Oh, never mind the sidecar. I'll just ride in the back. That should work, right? Sure, we can do that. Alright, Alisa. Just keep your hands above the swimsuit area, young lady. We're classy laddies, don't you know? We should really get some... Well, I don't know. I like the Angelica purple, honestly. Like, we may get different colors to try them out, but I'll probably just stick with this one overall. Okay, yep. Not too close to get blown out, but... The road to Heimdall still seems really well protected. Perhaps more so now. Now that they've lost the Twin Dragons Bridge, this area is probably more vital to the Alliance than ever. Yeah. It still doesn't look like we're getting back to Trista anytime soon. Don't worry, our day will come. It might not have been our intention, but we played a part in liberating Celdic. And we'll try and liberate Trista and the Academy the same way. I guess. That's right. We've got to think positive. We need to keep moving forward and believe that our path will take us there eventually. Alright. And it seems that Alisa's eyes really are red, and not just so brown that they're red like Estelle's. They return to Celdic, taking extra care not to be noticed by the Noble Alliance forces along the way. Your bond with Alisa strengthened. Alright. Honestly, Alisa's trip down memory lane was kinda cool, but... Okay, here's Gaius. We should... Yep, we got 2 more people hanging out down here, wow. Just look at that windmill off in the distance. Amazing, aren't they? I wonder what led people to think of harnessing the wind's blessings like that. Perhaps the wind's the reason this market's merchants are as resilient as they are. Gaius seems particularly interested in Celdic's windmills. Yeah, now that you mention it, Machias, Elliot, and Fee were hiding out on a windmill on the highway for a while. We could go and ask the farmer who owns it to let us take a look around if you'd like. I can't think of anything I'd like more. What are we waiting for? Let's get going. Of course. Alright. Gaius and his fascination with the winds. They went to find Machias, who in turn introduced them to the farmer who owned the windmill. And once they had his blessing, they headed out onto East Celtic Highway. So, I wonder if all their stashed equipment is still there. That's the one they were hiding out in during their time here. Huh? That's odd. The windmill stopped. Yeah, maybe something happened? We should go let the farmers know about it. There must be something jamming it, because, yeah. I know nothing about how windmills work, so. Or maybe this doohickey? It seems to be a problem brought on by aging. You see that rust on the cog there, up there? That's stopping the blades from turning properly. I see. Is it difficult to fix? Not at all. All that needs doing is replacing the cog and it'll be good as new. As it so happens, I have spares here just for times like these, so we don't even need to go anywhere to get them. Oh no. I just realized I took the stepladder that was here back to the farmhouse. I'm not going to be able to reach the cog without it. I'll have to go back home and get it. No, that won't be necessary. Rena and I could reach it if we work together, I think. Huh? I mean, yeah, I think they're reasonably tall. Yeah, there we go. Operation Friendship Fusion. Whoa. Yeah, this is pretty high, all right. You think you can reach it? Pretty sure, yeah. Just, you know, don't drop me. I think I can manage that. Oh, to be young again. Here you go. This here is the replacement cog. The blades should start turning again once that's in. Nothing's impossible for the class of Class 7, or for Class 7, I should say. It's working! Sounds like the turbines are blowing with the wind again. That would have taken a lot longer if not for your help. Thank you kindly. Let me treat you to some freshly baked bread for the trouble. It was made with rye that was ground right here in this mill. Are you sure? Thank you very much. Dang. If Laura's got a bonding event, it might not be worth it to keep hers as canon, because because we've already maxed out our link. Crap, I should have planned around that. That was delicious. And yet another one of the wind's blessings. Having the opportunity to see a windmill up close was a pleasure too. Thanks for showing me, Reen. I owe you one. Likewise. This windmill kind of reminds me of you, you know? Powered by the wind, that's for sure. I agree with Reen. Really? How so? A windmill stands tall and dignified, always in tune with the wind. There's also the fact that they provide for us in inconspicuous ways, kind of like you, Gaius. Guess I'm just realizing how reliable you are all over again. Thanks. I'm flattered, really. I'll do what I can to live up to that image. We can't rely on you all the time, though. That's too much of a burden for one person. So let's do what we can, together. And then Gaius, I think, is getting fairly close to 4. If this doesn't put us over, then it won't be too much longer. After observing the windmill for a while longer, they return to town. Yeah. Your bond with Gaius strengthened? Okay. Yeah, that put us pretty close. Yeah, let's head in and do these two who are hanging out down there. Oh, okay, so she's a helper out here. Makes sense. Oh, Towa! I spoke with the market manager and he agreed to let us use some of the stuff from the stalls that have closed down. I normally wouldn't have asked, but George said he needed materials for repairing the ship. When you're acting captain, you've got to work with what you're given. This looks like a bit much for her to carry all on her own. Yeah, I can take half of that for you. Actually, I should probably take more than half. This stuff's probably as heavy as you are. There's no way you should be carrying it all on your own. Well, if you're sure. Oh, since you volunteered, mind doing something else for me too? There's a bunch of unusable stuff here that I thought I'd take for myself, so if you wouldn't mind. You want me to drag this junk for you somewhere too? If you think you can turn it into something useful, then sure. Okay. Moving stuff with Towa. But I completely forgot. But she was one of the first people we used the bonding points on, though. So hey, back in Cold Steel 1, Reen cheerfully helped Towa sort all of the usable items from the unusable items, and together, the two of them carried anything worthwhile back to the ship. After that, they took the unusable stuff to the highway. For what? There we go. All ready. What is this? This looks like a setup you'd see on a firing range. Oh! Uh-huh, that's exactly what it is. This is the perfect opportunity for me to get some practice in. And you know what they say, there's no time like the present. Practice? What kind of practice? That beautiful orbital gun she was holding in the opening. Just watch. That's an orbital gun, isn't it? A pretty big one at that. That design doesn't look a thing like your standard Reinford production, though. That's because it was made at ZCF in Liberl, actually. Oh, hey, Tina might have had a hand in that. It's different from your average orbital gun in that it shoots arts-based bullets. I guess the easiest way to understand is to think of it as an orbital staff, but, like, in the shape of a gun. Huh. First our Arcus units, now this. Technology continues to impress. I had no idea ZCF was even producing stuff like this. Prince Oliver gave it to you, didn't he? Yep, right before he parted ways with us. So did she not used to fight like that then? It's a prototype too, so normally only people involved in its development would be able to get their hands on one. The Prince must have some connections within ZCF. The Prince might not, but Olivier sure does. Lucky us. I bet Alisa would be surprised to hear about this. Well, it is a totally new invention. I thought I'd be okay with it because of my experience using regular orbital guns at the Academy, but turns out I was wrong. Okay, so she did use regular orbital guns before this. So would you mind helping me out with my target practice, Reen? Not at all. Can I ask what brought all this on, though? You're already the best backup we could ask for. It seems odd for you to be taking up a weapon now. She wants to help. I was actually a bit perplexed myself when he handed this to me, but I think he realized that I've been worried about my own lack of strength lately. You have? Sorry, I didn't even notice. Oh, it's okay. It's just, I've been tasked with looking after the courageous. I can't rely on everyone protecting me forever. And this isn't just some minor clash we've been swept up in either. This is a full-on war in every sense of the word. And if I can't look after myself, I'm just going to end up being a burden. That's the last thing I want. So, can you see why I want to become strong enough to protect myself? This has really been weighing you down, hasn't it? It's not just that either. Viscount Arcade specifically chose me to succeed him. He's trusting me to fill his shoes. To me, that makes it my duty to become capable of supporting everyone on the Courageous. Well, that's more than enough to convince me. If you've got your heart set on this, then I'll gladly help you out. Let's become stronger together, Towa, along with the rest of the Courageous. Yeah. Hey, if it gets her joining our party sooner, dude. Whoa. She's letting them have it. She may be small, but I don't know anyone else who works half as hard as she does. I'll have to do what I can for her sake, too. Okay. I wonder what it'll start off at. Or will we even get any bonding? After joining her practice for a while, Reen leisurely walked Towa back to town. Your bond with Towa strengthened. There we go. Link level 3. Reen and President Towa reached link level 4. Art support and cover. Alright. Can't use her just yet, but we definitely will be able to in the future. And it looks like we've got our last one here. Who's next? We've got 2 others it looks like we can view. Alright. Or 3? No, 2. Okay, that's fine. Whew! I'm so relieved that Fiona's safe and sound. I shouldn't have to worry about her as long as she's with Dad either. Yep, there's no guarantee that she won't run into danger in the future. But next to your dad's a pretty safe place to be. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. It wouldn't have if not for you and Valimar, though. And the rest of our classmates, of course. It won't be easy to repay you, but I'll be sure to help out as best as I can. Come on, we've been through enough that you don't have to worry about repaying us. Just take some time to rest for now. Oh, I know. While I'm here, I might as well go listen to that fiddle player. I probably won't get a better chance than right now, right? Maybe I should join him. Yeah, no reason not to. Oh, are you coming too? Sure, might as well. That wide open area over there looks like it'd make for a good listening spot. Shall we? We shall! I wonder if this guy is gonna maybe let us join him, but I don't know. Elliot seems like he'd be good enough to steal some rando's thunder, so. Yeah, and I think this guy, he's definitely shown up several times. Not bad, wee man. Yeah, music like that is perfect for the Grand Market. Oh yeah. Now I'm all jazzed up to work twice as hard. Thank you, thank you. Please note that the hat is open to donations. Wow, he's good! That performance was something else. Yeah, even I could tell just how good it was. It seems to have lifted everyone's spirits here in the market a little too. You're right. It really is incredible how something so simple can put people's minds at ease. Music really does hold its own unique power, doesn't it? I'd have to agree with that. Concerts like this one, and even our own, really make me realize how amazing music can be. Yeah, I feel like that fact's sinking in for me all over again. There are things that music can do that military forces can't. Just like how there are things we can do that no one else can. Rescuing Fiona is as good an example of that as any. Exactly. Whenever we're feeling down, we just have to remember that we've got our own role to play in all this. And we'll keep trying to find it while doing all we can to bring this conflict to an end. Yeah! Alright, cool. But I realized I made the same mistake earlier that I did last time they handed us a couple bonding points. Your bond with Elliot strengthened. Just barely haven't hit level 4 yet, but that's fine. Yeah, we should be doing this. Wow, we've got... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got... System. Load. It's, this one here. But yeah, we've got 5 bonding points and 12 possible people to spend them with, so, that's super great. For bonding points round 2, we'll start with, I think Emma is the one who's all the way over at the side. Yeah. So we'll just start with Emma. And there was someone else standing outside too, Jusis. Well, Jusis is closer. With the provincial army routed, peace has finally returned to this town. It may only be temporary, but for now, that's something worthy of celebration. He looks incredibly uncomfortable to be here. Not that I can blame him. Hey, Jusis? What do you say we walk around the market for a bit? Should be pretty fun since they're finally getting it back together. What brought this on? Who cares? Come on, let's go! Just want to put in some bro time with our bro Jusis, broing it up. Nothing unusual. With that, Ring dragged a reluctant Jusis to the Grand Market. Huh, this theme though. This is the first time I've been to Celdic's Grand Market. Huh? Really? That's a surprise. Though I guess you've never had the chance to come here during any of our field studies. While it may be part of the Croydon province, I rarely visited Celdic itself. In fact, I hardly left the Berea-Hard area before entering Thor's. Well, that's all the more reason to make the most of our time here, right? Kind of a shame it's not nearly as bustling as it was the last time we were here. Maybe I should head back to the Courageous after. Alright, lads, how's it keeping? Oh, is this Becky's dad? I think it is. Oh, it's Becky's dad. How are you, sir? Ha! It's been a while. I heard you lot did some real work at the Twin Dragon's Bridge. We actually got some nice fresh apples in this morning, so here. Fancy a wee try? Nay worries either. It's on me. Think of it as celebrating Celdic's freedom. Well, if you're offering, thanks. How exactly does one eat this? So, Jusis is that kind of rich then, huh? Just take a bite into it. This is fresh too, so it'll taste better than the store-bought kind. You were right. The juiciness enhances its flavor as well. Ha! Good to hear, good to hear. And just to be sure, you're Duke Alberea's son, right? You knew? Wow. No need to panic, wee man. I've just heard rumors about you and your bro is all. They say the youngest brother's a bit unfriendly, but always kind to wee kids and the like. Then there's the eldest brother, who's so skilled he's one of the reasons the Noble Alliance has been doing so well in the war. That's certainly true. Well, I can't deny that most of us at the Grand Market aren't exactly fond of Duke Alberea. But at the same time, I'm no nearly silly enough to hold some grudge against you just because you're his son. Pretty sure the same applies to everyone else, too. It's a relief to hear you say that. Thank you so much. Ha! Nay bother. I'd hate to see him not have a good time here is all. See, they're super friendly, dude. I certainly wasn't expecting that. After everything that's happened here because of my father's influence, I had thought to hang my head low, but who would have thought I'd be accepted so readily? It's not all that complicated, you know. In the end, your only tie to the Duke is through your blood, right? So just be yourself, Jusis. Be proud of who you are, like you usually are. I really haven't been myself recently, have I? Not if you're giving me pep talks like these. You're right, Reen. I should take this time to prepare for future outings rather than waste it worrying over nothing. Good to hear. Alright, how Jusis got his groove back. But I can understand why he would feel extremely awkward. Your bond with Jusis strengthened. So we got him. Next step will be, yeah, Emma's standing right here. Planning on hitting the town, Emma? Oh, hello, Reen. Something like that. I was going to go take a little walk over to Lunaria Nature Park. Oh yeah, the heightened elements over there. Oh? This wouldn't have anything to do with Celine and I sensing the higher elements last time we were there, would it? Yes, actually. She told me all about it. I thought it might be a good idea for me to go take a look for myself. It shouldn't be too much trouble for me. The monsters around there aren't especially challenging. It might be a good idea for me to tag along with her anyway. Yeah. I'm more than confident you'll be able to take care of yourself, but would you be opposed to some company? I'd like to see how the park is doing now myself. By all means, I'd be happy to have your company. Well then, shall we? We shall indeed. But what I'm expecting is for the higher elements to either have lessened or be gone entirely. Together, Reen and Emma stepped out onto the highway and walked to the park. Wait, shouldn't Celine be with us? Oh, I guess not. Something certainly is out of balance here. And I can sense the presence of the higher elements as well. Fortunately, their effect seems to be limited to within the park itself. You don't think that there could be a cryptid here like Lohengrin Castle, do you? Well, I don't sense one now. The higher elements are only present in the park itself, so I think they're here as a result of the chaos in Erebonia, particularly because this area is close to a spirit vein. But I can't offer any guarantees that the surrounding area won't be affected in the future, though. Emma? I'm sorry. I was wondering if I might be able to calm things down a little. I think I'll try at least. Please step away. Can she do that? Oh, Spirit Vein, calm the chaos of this land by the guidance of my mana. Did it work? Any luck? No, unfortunately not. As I feared, my power simply isn't enough to quell a disturbance of this magnitude. And Celine's assistance wouldn't help me do any better. Oh, well, at least you tried. Is something wrong? Is trying good enough for a Hexen Clan witch? I was just thinking. I bet Vita would be able to do it. No doubt. As soon as she said her power wasn't great enough to do it, it's like Vita obviously would be able to. But would she want to? Probably not. With the amounts of power she has, she'd be able to handle something like this without even trying. Oh, right. I've always been following behind her, desperately trying to catch up. I've always admired the incredible talent she has as a witch. No, admiration isn't quite it. The truth is, I've always had an inferiority complex when it comes to her. I'm always comparing myself to her, always reminded of how lacking I am in comparison. I'm sorry, you ended up with a weak witch like me instead of a competent one like her. If only I were stronger. As I am, there's no way that I'll ever be able to catch up to her. It's okay, Emma. Even though you don't really have a place in our active party, you've got a place in our active hearts. You keep saying always, Emma. No one's born with the ability to do everything perfectly from the start. Just like with my swordsmanship, there's always going to be someone who has more experience. So rather than beat yourself up for not matching up, you should take it one step at a time instead. One step at a time? Yeah, and we'll all be there doing the same thing with you. And gradually, bit by bit, we'll all become more experienced and skilled at what we do. It's not something you can do overnight, but one day you'll be able to catch up with her. I suppose you're right. All we can do for now is focus on the tasks at hand and hope that will get us closer. I think I was just feeling a little impatient and frustrated. Don't mind me. I don't mind at all, really. We all get that way sometimes. Anyway, we've come all the way to the park. Want to walk around and relax some? That sounds lovely. Alright, so we cheered Emma up. With Celine nowhere in sight, which is kind of weird, but oh well. Reen and Emma then enjoyed some quality time relaxing and admiring the area around Lunaria Nature Park before eventually returning to Celdic. Your bond with Emma strengthened. Alright. Getting close to the next link level. And actually... Falco... Yeah, evasion up, evasion plus 5%. Yeah, it's not too good. But you know what? Instead of that, we can give him Juggler. Oh, her thing is still gutted. Automatically recover from KO. No, that's too godlike. Maybe, yeah, he can probably do better than Mistral. Defensive arts deal critical damage. 3 turns of plus to arts attack. Someone mentioned that I should probably be using Tauros on somebody. Mirage. EP automatically. EP recovers automatically in battle, rather. Increases potency of items. Absolutely not. Door. Yeah, hers is the only one that looks like that. Recover HP through attacks crafts. Recover 10% of damage as HP. Okay, yeah, I think we'll give Tauros to, Jusis. So we have to, because if his delay is going to go up. Yeah, instead of Silver Thorn, yeah, we're going to have to give him an action too. Just so it doesn't jack him up too much. And then, what does Tauros give? Tauros gives no arts whatsoever? Ugh. I don't know how long we're gonna have him stick with that, but... Oh well. Let's not worry about it. Oh, I'm gonna have to... I don't know why I did it right now, because I'm gonna have to reload this anyways, but... Oh, that's also completely wrong. We've got... Let's do Princess Alfin next. Why not? Oh, I guess we can't teleport directly to that building. It was this one, I believe, she was in. Market Manager's house, which makes sense. Oh, she's in her Saint Estrella uniform. I hear you've been working hard on all the requests my brother sent you. In fact, he was simply gushing about you. Really? Really? Word of your exploits has been reaching the ears of Western Erebonia, you know? And everything they've heard has been filling them with just as much hope as it has the people here. He asked me to pass along a message for you as well. It won't always be easy, but I hope you'll keep fighting the good fight. I had no idea what we were doing was having an effect on so many people. And we really will keep fighting. If what we're doing brings hope to the very ones we're fighting for, nothing is too difficult. Such fine spirit is worthy of a fine reward, in my opinion. Allow me to present you with this. Received Medal of Charity. Really? Already? That was quick. Okay. I can't believe my eyes. It's a medal belonging to the Order of the Phoenix Wings, the Medal of Charity. It's proof that its bearer has spared no effort in working to help the people of Erebonia. Your classmates played no small part in achieving all that you have, of course, but I'm sure it was only possible because of you. I'm honored, Your Highness. And if you think I'm worthy, then I'll gladly accept. Wonderful! And to echo my brother's words, keep fighting the good fight. In turn, I'll do all I can to aid you. Wow. We really got the Medal of Charity almost immediately after finding out what it even was. I mean, okay, that's still fine by me. Oh, you're in your school uniform? What's the occasion? I wanted to come along to give my regards to the market manager, so I'm using this as my secret disguise. Putting this on reminds me of back when we first met at St. Estrella, and I had no idea who Princess Alfin was. Same here. It really suits you. Though, just seeing it, I can't help but wonder if Elisa's alright. I have a question, Reem. Oh? What's on your mind? On second thought, never mind. Should I ask her what's up? Yeah, of course. If there's something on your mind, you can tell me, Your Highness. It's okay. I'll do whatever I can to help. Really? Well, to tell you the truth, I've never had the chance to really get a good up-close look at Celdic's Grand Market. I thought I'd take this chance to do it, but... Is that what it is? She's in her school uniform, so I guess she could get away with it. No problem. I'd be glad to guide you around then. You would? Oh, well, far be it from me to decline such a gentlemanly offer. I mean, after she blessed us with this medal, dude, no reason not to, right? But hopefully she knows how an apple is eaten, though. Once she had finished her business, Reen and Princess Alfin made their way to the Grand Market together. This theme, so regal. So this is the fabled Grand Market. It's so lively. I imagine it must have been livelier before the war, but it's still rather impressive if I do say so myself. I think that's all because of the merchants here. They work really hard to keep things going. I can certainly believe that. Merchants are known for being nothing if not passionate. Oh my! There's a delightful smell coming from that stall. Let's go take a look. Looks like she's having fun. Don't think she's had many chances to relax in a while, so we'll have to make sure she gets the most out of her time here. Everything here is so delicious. I even had the pleasure of seeing the excellent workmanship of Berea Hard's craftsmen. It's just a shame I couldn't try out the much renowned Celdic beer, too. Is she old enough to drink? You've got a couple years to go before you start thinking about that. I was joking, of course. Alright. I did notice a lack of merchandise from Western Arabonia, however. I suppose that's to be expected with the rail restrictions. Still, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, it'll probably stay that way until the war comes to an end, too. I'm actually surprised you noticed. Well, I am a member of the Imperial family. Oh, Reen! Let's check over there, too! When is this damn war gonna end? Sure, the provincial army's gone, but we're gonna be struggling to make ends meet so long as this fighting continues. We gotta wonder what the Imperial family's doing at a time like this. I haven't even heard one word about Prince Cedric, let alone Prince Oliver, ever since this all started. Oh. Word has it that His Majesty's safely tucked away in Heimdall, at least. Don't the nobles have control over Heimdall, though? So much for royalty, I guess. Doesn't mean much if you can't have any influence on a situation like this. Sorry, Your Highness. Whoa there! You might want to take those words back. Apparently, Princess Alfin's behind the Crimson Wings that chased the provincial army from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Huh? For real? The Imperial family's probably doing what they can. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's why we've got to believe in them and make sure the Grand Market's ready for when everything's back to normal. Well, I'm fine so long as the war ends, really. Right, I gotta head back. Catch you later! Huh. So words of our exploits are, getting around. Are you alright, Your Highness? Yes, thank you. It's no surprise that there are people who aren't happy with us right now. The fact that our efforts at the Twin Dragons Bridge alone were recognized is more than enough for me. That's very kind of you to say. I'm certain that what we're doing right now isn't in vain. That's right. That's why we need to keep doing what we can. I don't want to let Father or Cedric down. And Oliver is expecting so much from us that I'd hate to disappoint him. Exactly. Just don't forget that you're not alone in this. Thank you. Alright. Hey, aren't you one of those kids from that military academy? Holy cow, are you Princess Alfin? Wow. Well, I guess it'd be kind of weird if he didn't recognize her, but... Oh crap, this isn't good! While it's flattering that you'd mistaken for Her Majesty, I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Isn't that so, Reen? That's right. She's actually my little sister, you see. Huh. Didn't know you had one. This might come back to bite us in a side quest later, but hey, gotta say, you don't really look all that alike. Well, we are related by blood. Of course, there are some benefits to that. We can get married for one. You what? Your Highness? But oh, he's just so frigid. Did you know he only visits me at school once in a blue moon? Have you ever known a brother this cruel? I guess it's good that you get along so well? Yeah, we sure do. I wonder if she was speaking like sort of on Alisa's behalf, or was just saying Alfin things. Phew. Looks like you managed to avoid outing you there. You definitely overdid it though. Oh, not at all. I was simply speaking from the heart, Elisa's heart. Do try to visit her more often once this is all over. I'll do what I can. Well, hey, so she was speaking from Elisa's heart. With their trip to the market over, a mildly flustered Reen escorted Princess Alfin back to the Courageous. Your bond with Princess Alfin strengthened. There we go. And we've got 2 more bonding points left, so let's do Machias next, why not? There he is. What's up, dude? My orbital shotgun was in need of some maintenance, so I finally decided to bite the bullet and have someone take a look at it. I'll be staying right here until I get it back, but once I do, I want to go out and thank some people. After everything the townsfolk did for us by letting us hide out here, I want them to know that their kindness wasn't taken for granted. He's right. We really owe them. Maybe I should join him. Yeah, why not? Do you mind if I join you? These people did so much for us that I think they really deserve our thanks. Whew. Happy to have the company. I think that one kid... Wait, is Becky's little brother the same? I think they're different people. Yeah, no, the town crier, the guy who actually handed us the newspaper, he's in the same age range as Milliam. They waited for maintenance to be finished on Machias' shotgun, then hit the town to start thanking people. Yeah, just letting them know we're thankful. Hello, Machias, and to your friend too. Thanks for feeding Lulu the other day. It's fine. I used to do the same for the cats that lived around my home. That aside, I hope you're not still bullying Susie, Jake. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who cares about that, though? Come play with us, Spexter! Spexter? How many times do I need to tell you to have some respect for your elders? Despite the teasing, he seems to get along with them fairly well. Yeah, if Machias' rapport with his 2 best buddies from back in Heimdall or anything, he plays the straight man really well. Honestly, you kids don't know how worried I was when you never came back from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Thank goodness you are unharmed. Sorry, we really should have gotten in contact with you sooner. We still can't thank you enough for providing us with food and drinks while we were here. We'll be sure to pay you back in full one day. Don't you worry about that. You just focus on what you need to do for now. I'm sure things will only be tougher from here on out after all. And then who's up next? Yeah, this guy. What, you wanted to thank me? Hey, no need for that. If you really want to, though, buy a newspaper. Or 10. I'll get back to you on that. He never stops trying to win a sale, does he? Oh, the market manager. There's no need for you to thank us. In fact, we're the ones who should be thanking you all for everything you've done. No, not at all. Class 7 may never have been reunited if not for the help of everyone here. Oh, we hardly did anything of note. You're all students of my good friend Van Dyke too, so it was only natural. I look forward to seeing how much you grow by the time this war comes to an end. Thank you, sir. We won't let you down. Huh. That should be everyone, I think. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting them all to cheer me on like that. That just goes to show how meaningful the time you spent here was. They all seem pretty happy about being freed from the Noble Alliance, too. It's a bit too early to be celebrating. They could come back at any moment. Still, going around and talking to the townsfolk has helped me see that Celdic's free for now. I think I'm starting to see the power we have to help change things here in Erebonia for the better. Yeah, definitely. This is only the start, though. It's up to us to set the heights we achieve. And I won't forget it. So that's Machias bolstered by all the good people of Celdic, telling us that we can get this done, save them in the war. Well, we've already saved them, but your bond with Machias strengthened. Hit level 4. Dang. Cover and anger. That's too bad. Machias has a very low chance of remaining canon. We have left. Let's do Laura's. Because Laura is definitely the best use of our last bonding point, because if her thing doesn't go up, then we might have to skip it. It's been quite some time since we were last here. But no matter how long I'm away, I don't think I'll ever be able to divorce this place from my memories of our field study. You can say that again. Man, we had no idea what we were in for back then, did we? We've really grown a lot. That we have. And we owe our transformation to the experiences we've shared and the people who have supported us along the way. We should be careful not to forget the debt of gratitude we owe each and every one. Should I stay here and rest with Laura for a while? Yeah. Can I join you for a while, Laura? By all means. Perhaps you'd like to order something as well? Yeah. Sit here and walk down memory lane for a little bit. Catch up on old times. Guess I'll have some tea too. Excuse me. Hey there, what'll you be having? Oh, I wasn't aware that you were taking the orders as well. Actually, our waitress seems to have disappeared. Yeah, I think it was a much younger woman. Oh, I sent her out to run some errands. We're still kind of packed though, so I'm on the floor for now. Really? That must be exhausting. Well, you get used to it after a while. Anyway, what can I get for you? Rean, shall we? You read my mind. We have a proposal for you. Would you be willing to let us assist you until Luis returns? You sure? I'd hate to make you work when you should be relaxing instead. Like you said, it does look like you're kind of swamped at the moment. This is a good opportunity for us to pay you back for your hospitality during our field study, too. If anything, I'm the one who owes you for your help. But if you're willing to give it a shot, who am I to say no? Come around the back. I'll show you how to handle some of the more basic tasks. After their crash course in food service, Rean and Laura began helping out at the inn. Rean was on duty at the counter, while Laura served as Luis's stand-in until she returned. Oh, Instructor, yeah, I guess we would serve her. Well, 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 color me surprised. Get going, guys. This'll be a nice way to repay Margot. And on that note, beer me, champ. Mind doing me a favor and not getting plastered while I'm on duty? I need a coffee and carbonara for table 3. Coming right up. Oh, she got an apron and everything? Huh. That's probably an accessory we'll be able to buy later on. Well, aren't you looking adorable? I must admit, this attire makes me feel rather self-conscious. I don't think I've ever seen you wear an apron before. You look cute though. It suits you. Oh please, there's no need for that. More importantly, we should probably get back to work. We did volunteer, didn't we? Got it. At some point while the two were working, a group of girls came rushing to the store to cheer Laura on after catching wind of her waitressing exploits. Wow, dude. Laura attracts a harem wherever she goes, doesn't she? And while this made her feel much more self-conscious, she still kept working diligently, a rosy tinge coloring her cheeks. Soon after, Louise had returned from her errands. Wow. Yeah, just call on us whenever you need us, Margot. But I hope Louise is also thankful for that. That was actually kind of fun despite how hectic it was. It was nice of her to give us dessert and tea afterwards too. Indeed, it was a rewarding experience. Walking around in here brought back memories of our field study too. Like our minor dispute here. Do you remember? Yeah, I do. You asked, do you like the path of the sword? I still think back to that question sometimes. I've also caught myself asking such things to myself since then. The path that our blades will lead us down is uncertain, but we should both endeavor to improve ourselves regardless. Yeah, agreed. Right. So, it definitely had to have come up. Like, there's no way they wouldn't have spoken about that, but your bond with Laura strengthened. Oh, there is more to her link! Okay, cool. I thought it would max out at 5, but I'm glad to be wrong. But yeah, now everybody else's should be grayed out. There's only 2 more left to see before we pick who's gonna be canon. So system, nude, this one. Before we do anything though, there we go. Ornaments, quartz. He gets. I really don't like that Tauros doesn't confer any bonuses. Arts-wise, but it could be worse, I guess. And then save over that. Alright. And now, I guess, yeah, we can just warp directly there. First fee is somewhere? Okay. There must be a cat or something up there. Oh no, she's just... Oh! Celine? Hey people! Noise level's down a little, please! Cat trying to sleep here! The way they're hooting and hollering, you'd think the war was over. Well, they were just freed from a brutal tyrant. Let them have their moment. It's not like we're using today for anything but rest, right? I guess things did turn out okay. You guys meshed pretty well with Valimar too, so try to keep that up for next time. But don't do anything too crazy, got it? Okay. Not an issue. Fee? Oh, Fee's asleep too! I should have guessed she'd be asleep. Odd place for a nap, Fee. Now that I think about it, this was about where those Jaegers showed up last time. Maybe the worry that they might show up again tired her out. I hope she doesn't catch a cold sleeping here. Yeah. I don't want to leave her here, but I don't want to wake her up either. Maybe I can carry her to a bed without waking her up? I don't know, Reen. This seems like one of those ideas that might backfire as far as your perception goes. Up we go. Oh, he managed it. Oh, he hasn't managed it just yet. I'm surprised at how light she is. I hope she's eating well enough. You'd think Fee, being a former Jaeger, would be an extremely light sleeper, but I guess not. You might be in the middle of a war, but someone her age still needs to eat and sleep well. She's still growing. Not that she's ever had an issue with sleep. Alright, stick her in a random bed. She's actually built pretty well for how young she is. It's like her muscles have developed specifically for the purpose of being useful on the battlefield. Reen talks about her like there's not a 2-year age difference. Just holding her like this tells me a lot about the life she's led until now. sorry. Did I wake you up? It's fine. What are you doing, though? You were napping in the hallway, so I figured it'd be best to let you sleep on an actual bed. So you were taking me to bed then? Let's not say things that could wind up labeling me as a criminal. What's up? Nothing much. I had a dream about what happened 10 years ago. Back when the boss first took me into Zephyr. Ah, I see. Might have been because you were carrying me. I wish I could see him again. I know, Fee. She's back to sleep? Looks like she was only half awake. Has she started seeing Zephyr's leader in me, though? It's true that we've essentially become Fee's new family at this point, but even then, we can't replace Zephyr for you, you know? Yeah, if only the real Zephyr would stop trying to kill her, you know? Guess there's no need to bring it up. She'll probably have forgotten all about this once she's awake. Big Brother Reen strikes again. There we go. I'll come wake her up when it's time for us all to meet up. Fee's was interesting. Your bond with Fee strengthened. Still not enough for us to actually hit that next level mark, though. She's sleeping peacefully, and now the only one left is Instructor Sara. Let's do it. Wait. Oh, okay. For a moment, I was like, why does Laura have one back over her head? But, Celdic really knows how to brew a damn good beer. I should have known I'd find you here. Still, hard to argue she hasn't earned it. This time, anyway. She seemed pretty preoccupied the whole time we were at the Twin Dragon's Bridge, too. What's with that stare? Nothing much. Just be careful you don't end up getting so smashed you end up getting left behind here, okay? Don't you worry. I'm an instructor. I'd never be caught that unawares. Besides, I have years of practice. Oh, maybe I should haul a few barrels of beer on board for when I need a little pick-me-up. Proposal denied. We're a student-run airship. You can't just haul whole kegs of booze on board. What a killjoy. Should I stay with her for a bit? I'm a little concerned about her. Yeah. Well, just in case, I think I'm gonna stay with you for a little while. I'm afraid to say I wouldn't put it past you to drink yourself under the table and somehow get left behind here. Oh, come on! You can at least rummage up a little good faith in your instructor. Oh well, can't say I mind having some company. Margot, a mug of your best lager for my student. A tea would be fantastic, thanks. Good old Reen, keeping everybody in check, but mainly Instructor Sara. Holy crap. Yes! Boy, that hit the spot! Beer me again, Margot! Already? Aren't you chugging those down kind of fast? And for once, the tankards that they hand out to people look really, look appropriate. That teacup is actually normal sized. It's just the cups that are humongous. Heh, no problem. One quick snooze to count to the booze is all I need. Man, I've had 2 hangovers in my life. Not for me, buddy boys. Not for me. Don't worry, Reen. Sarah's a relatively harmless drunk. She'll drink away, have some fun, pass out for a while, then wake up in tip-top shape. That's why most people tend to let her drink as she pleases. I've never seen her cause that much trouble while drunk, actually. Glad we're all on board with my drinking, then. Hey, where's that refill? Sorry, but we're all out. Say it ain't so! It's hard to get a steady supply nowadays thanks to the sad state of the Grand Market. We went all out today as well since it's a special occasion, but I'm afraid yours was the last one. You might be able to get your hands on some if you head over to the Grand Market, though. Oh, baby! Fortune's on my side after all! Hey, Reen, I've got a little job for you. Join me in my quest to acquire booze. Allow me to respectfully decline. Ah, you really gonna make a drunk carry stuff on her own? pretty please, with a cherry on top. Keep our seats, Margot. We'll be right back. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Oh well, buy a barrel or two and I'll pay you for it later. Roger. Wait, we're really doing this? I mean, yeah. You should know you've already been roped into it, Reen. Despite Reen's objections, he was dragged to the Grand Market against his will. After finding and buying some barrels of Celdic's special brew, the poor boy was then asked politely, to carry them all the way back. Are these filled with concrete or something? Oh, come on. Man up already. You gotta hurry so I can get back to drinking. Sorry, but I need a minute to catch my breath. Your love for alcohol never ceases to amaze. Master Ka-Fi and Dad are the same way, but they're older. I don't think alcoholism is as common in people as young as you. You really know how to flatter a lady, mister. I'm kind of surprised I came to like it this much myself, actually. I only ever got this way because I was copying someone else at first. Copying? Oh? Would you mind if I asked who you were copying? A certain gentleman to whom I owe a fair amount. He's the type of person who'd fit right in at an empty bar, swirling his bourbon oh so tenderly. I couldn't help but look up to that image, which is how it all started. Is it Cassius? Cassius did offer Joshua a drink at the very beginning of Trails in the Sky, but... Whoops, this probably isn't a conversation to be having with one of my students, huh? Just, try and forget I said anything. It's nothing that important anyway. You know, if Sarah dyed her hair black and then switched out that yellow one piece for like a black one, she'd be pretty hard-boiled. You could call her P.I., what's her last name? Valstein? P.I. Valestein. Well, it's not often I get to hear you talk about these things. I have to ask, though. Is this where your fondness for classy gentlemen originated from? Who knows? I'll let you figure that one out. More importantly, though, get back to carrying. I can feel myself sobering up here. On it, fair madam. She did take a liking to Viscount Arsade's clean-cutness. Yeah, and I guess Cassius is the same way. After carrying the barrels back, Reen was forced to bear witness to yet another intense drinking session. Your bond with Instructor Sara strengthened. There we go, almost level 5. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, load this one back up. I'm gonna pick the 5 people who we're actually going to stick with, and then we're gonna keep going forward. That's all gonna be next time though, so definitely join me then for more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Bye for now, guys.